We're back with a bonus conversation you'll only see here on CBS News New York. You know, there was one question I wanted to ask you about. You know, you resigned as governor 19 years ago, but times were different then than they are now. You know, when you resigned because you said that you were a gay American. But do you think that given what's happened, I mean, New Jersey passed same-sex marriage in 2013.
Yep.
Do you think that you would have had to resign if it was today?
Mark, that's a great question. So the other day, I went to, or a couple of weeks ago, I went to the Garden State Equality Pride Gala in Asbury Park. And I walked up, and it literally just like hit me, how much the world has changed.
It has.
And it's just, you know, when I remember when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years of age, like just knowing that somehow I was different, and then as I got older, just having incredible fear about being outed or like, and it's just like, and then I'm sitting.
But you wouldn't have that now.
No, and I'm sitting at the ball, and Congressman Rob Menendez is sitting next to me, and my friend Tom Perot, who was past president, happens to be gay, past president of the New Jersey State Bar Association. It was just a pivotal moment for me of how much American society has progressed on this issue.
So if you were governor now, you'd still be governor.
Well, I mean, I still had an affair, which was not a good thing, but obviously.
But it wouldn't have been an affair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I weren't married, yeah, exactly. No, I would have had the ability to live my own truth, and that's been such a great thing and so powerful. And I remember years after I had come out, I went down to university. They asked me to come to the LGBTQ club, and they were just talking about infrastructure and education and tuition support. Like
the world is completely changed.
And like nobody was asking a question about like coming out, and I get back in my car thinking to myself, my gosh, these young guys and gals, the world, I mean, but that's not everywhere. I mean, that's New York, that's New Jersey,
well,
that's the
also,
coast.
You know, I was just talking with some people before that, you know, there seems to have been a return to hate in the last several years. That's very troublesome.
And it's hate, it's hate against so many different.
It's everybody.
Yeah,
it's anti-Asian, it's anti-Jews, it's anti-black, it's anti-gay, it's anti-everything.
And it's just like, you know.
And why is that socially acceptable? I mean, I don't think it should be.
Oh, of course not. I mean, I think there's a couple things. I think, you know, I remember my father saying when he came back from the war, everybody watched ABC, CBS, or NBC, and you know, he happened to be a Democrat. My mother happened to be a Democrat, but they saw the same news. But today, how people get their news, what they read, is so fractured. And so it becomes the other, which is dangerous because, you know, in America, we're all the other, except for the native peoples who, you know, lived in this place. And sort of you know, I also saw a poll which is disturbing that, you know, the role of patriotism has somewhat diminished. So, I mean, having that American ideal, that old-fashioned sense that we're in this together,
that's not happening.
No. And so if we're not in it together, then I don't have to worry about my neighbor.
That's not a good thing.
It's a very bad thing.
So you've been in public life a long time. I just wondered, and you've shared a lot about your life, is there anything or one thing that people don't know about Jim McGreevey? I'm
probably not as patient as I should be with my daughters. Like, you know, but yeah, no, I think I'm blessed. I love every day, no matter what happens. I think it's a gift. You know, when I came out, I went to a friend of mine who's a Jesuit priest, and I said, I want to find the smartest guy. And he linked me to this gentleman, Dr. Karasu at Albert Einstein. And he was the chief of psychiatry there. And what I just learned is not only acceptance for who and what I am, but also celebrating that life is a gift.
Yeah.
And knowing that and living deeply into that.
So, do you have a morning routine?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
The morning routine is, so I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get a little fitter. So I'm trying to swim on a regular basis. My dear friend David Rothenberg, who does it, David's going to be 90 and he's out there swimming every day. But what I do is I read from the book of Psalms every morning, and it just settles me and it grounds me. And then a couple different sort of philosophical readings. I read from the Stoics, and it just grounds me in the day. And then I have, it sounds a little crazy, but my father used to always say, plan your work and work your plan. So I read my goals for that day so that I'm aware, I'm deliberate, intentional about what I'm going to do.
Are you drinking coffee through any of this?
Oh, definitely, definitely, and Italian coffee at that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So, what's your guilty food pleasure? See, this is not.
No, this is good. This is great. My guilty food. Well, I love all pasta. So, sort of growing up in an Irish Catholic household, we never had pasta except for during Lent when you couldn't eat meat, and so we all looked forward to Lent. I don't think that was the idea.
Pasta.
I love pasta, but it's not good.
Any kind of pasta that you like more than others?
I love anything with bolognese. It's just like,
of course you do.
With a good bottle, with a good glass of Chianti. It's just like
good guilty pleasure. So, do you have a favorite song, and is there anything you've been listening to on repeat that you really love?
I like classical music, and there's a Czechoslovakian Parvo. It's classical music, and it's interesting, and it's somewhat modern. So
with all your experience in working with people, and you have worked with a lot of people over the years, is there anything that still surprises you about them?
Yeah. The level of this is really the level of gratitude. It touches me emotionally, the level of gratitude that people who have nothing have for getting something small. And the fact that I sometimes forget how much I have, whether it's turning on the water, whether having an air conditioner, whether getting in the car. And I'm just reminded of guys and gals coming out of prison who don't have a roof over their head, who don't have a pillow, who don't have a checkbook, who don't have a job, and they are grateful, Marcia, for every little thing. Their gratitude is powerful.
One last question.
Sure.
So, what one piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Be who you are and accept yourself. Don't live out of fear, live out of love.
It's a great way to end the show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was great being here.
And thank you for joining me as well.